Hello guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Sam. Alright, so I want to talk about what is going on in the market. A lot of guys are freaking out, and I just want to let's dive in and see what we can call from the market, especially in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Alright, so how is the day going, guys? Now, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel, and as we dive into the market. All right, so we've enjoyed a lot of bull run for these past months, and it's like market is not going anywhere, so but there's something I just want to show you, that we've had the 1 2 3 4 5, and it comes with ending diagonal. Okay, so it's ending. This is an ending diagonal, and this ending diagonal is in the wave 5 of 3. All right, so this is ending diagonal in the wave 5 of 3, and you can see that this ending diagonal is already broken. All right, so what are we expecting here? What are we expecting? So two things we can expect here. Number one is, as the market is retracing back, likely it might come down here, go up, then down we go, or it can break and come down again. So I think this is the best time for you to start being cautious of Bitcoin and what the market is doing, because all this move here has already divergence is already showing in most of the time frame. All right, so but you just need to be careful with Bitcoin now, because it's showing weakness. It's showing a lot of weakness, and what we're expecting from the market is, let me just show you something I saw from the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame. I was hoping that Bitcoin retraces between this box, and that was 1.618. all right, between this box, and as you can see, it retraces here and it pulls back again. So definitely we're going to get something like here. Okay, so once it bounces here, two things that might happen. We're expecting a bounce at this point. Okay, so at this is a very critical point, that is like 36,000 plus. So we're expecting a bounce at this point, and if that bounce happens, then you now watch out for the next move. Okay, so if that bounce is very sharp, then we might see something like here, and that might be the very aggressive move. But depends on what happens here. Okay, nobody can tell you exactly how it's going to retrace back. Okay, how it's going to retrace back, but so far we'll be expecting a retracement. Okay, and the first target for that is to break this first trend. Okay, we go to 4 hours. See, the first target is to break this one. Okay, so as it breaks here, then we'll now see the pattern it forms. Okay, the pattern is formed. Then before we think of coming to this other panel. All right, so these are the things we'll be looking out for. All right, and there's one characteristic of the ending diagonal, that if you want to retrace, it's going to be very, very aggressive and very sharp. All right, so if you are the type that instead of you watching it here and selling below, you better use stop. Okay, protect what you have. Use stop loss. Okay, so in case if anything happens, then who knows, you at least you have money. You see, there's one thing about trading and investing, is that it's easy to join but very difficult to exit. It's very, very easy to buy Bitcoin but very difficult to sell Bitcoin. All right, yeah, we believe in Bitcoin that is it's going to get way beyond the current price. Yeah, we know that, but when is what we don't know. All right, when is what we don't know. So that's why every trader must calculate your risk. All right, calculate your risk. So this diagonal has been broken. So it will spend a lot of time here, and depends on the pattern we see here determines how high or how deep it's going to go. Okay, how deep it's going to go. So we are waiting, and remember, your number one quality values in markets is patience. Okay, your number one values in investing and trading is your passion. So you need to have your passion, you need to cross your mind and wait for something to happen. And waiting is better when you are waiting with an informed knowledge or idea. Okay, so if you are waiting for something to happen and you know what you're expecting, then that waiting can be profitable. But when you are waiting for nothing, that is, you don't even know when it will happen, then you have yourself to blame. So that's why you just need knowledge, guy. You need knowledge, and the best way to get that knowledge is for us to let you know. We trade Forex, we trade crypto, all right? So we'll help you, and we'll train you on how to read the market structure, guy. Market structure is the king. You can see my charts. I don't use indicators, all right? I don't use indicators, even though I have one or two of them here, but I don't use them, okay? Because what the market is telling you here is more important than what the indicator is saying. Okay, so that's why they say that price action is the king. Okay, price action is the king. So understanding what the market is doing here, knowing that this is an ending diagonal and is better off than saying, okay, this is support or this is resistance, that this resistance is broken or such like that. Okay, so it's better off. Now there's another way you can still look at this stuff. Okay, like for instance, it's trying to make, you can look at this way, that this might be, if it comes here, that will be head and shoulder pattern. And what happened, you can, if you know how to trade head and shoulder, you can position yourself within here and you see what happens. Okay, but looking at the whole structures of the Bitcoin, it looks very bearish. It looks very bearish, but nobody knows how deep it's going to retrace. But instead of you watching all your profits goes down to zero, it's better you secure some profits. And if at least secure some profit, don't sell everything, secure some. If it goes below, you sell some, buy more. If it goes higher, you can still buy more. Okay, so that's the game. It's a probability. Nothing is certain in this business. Nothing is certain. All right, guys, so that's just one I want to share with you. Now, if you look at Ethereum, if you look at the Ethereum market, you see, once Bitcoin is reacting, most times every market is reacting. Okay, once Bitcoin is reacting, every market is reacting. Once Bitcoin is reacting, every market is reacting. So definitely what we'll be expecting, at least one more low in Bitcoin, in Ethereum, before we see the next pattern that it will form. All right, we're expecting one more low, one more down before we see the next it can form. But remember one thing, that you see, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they don't move together. All right, so Bitcoin started moving before now, but all these other coins are catching up to that move. All right, so there will be a time, within this year, that Bitcoin will be going down while Ethereum will be going up. All right, like look at Litecoin. Okay, you see, Litecoin have no, there is no. Let's go down to, you see, it's more bullish than the rest. Okay, it's more bullish than the rest. So because if you watch out Litecoin charts, it hasn't done much compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, it hasn't done much. Look at it since 2000, it hasn't done that much compared to other ones. But it's waking up now. Who knows? So there will be a time that all these coins will go higher than Bitcoin. That is not only time Bitcoin is going down, every other wants to be going down. But Bitcoin is still the king of crypto, and that's why all eyes on Bitcoin. And looking at Bitcoin charts, once that emotion sets in, it affects every other ones. And that's what we're seeing. The gut feelings, the emotions is showing. The emotion is showing. Greed is showing. Fear is showing on Bitcoin charts. So once it starts, sentiment setting, definitely every other person will start hearing from news, hey, Bitcoin is crashing, Bitcoin is crashing, Bitcoin is crashing. And you find out that some persons will just log into their portfolios and start selling off everything. And because of that fear, because of that sentiment, because of that emotion, you see other coins are going down. Not really they want to go down. And one thing I've noticed most times, that when Bitcoin is going down like crazy, you see most coins will just go down like this and retrace back. All this is just fear, okay? Just fear. That's one thing about sentiments and emotions in the market. So that's why you need to understand the structure of the market. And most times when we see a deep fall, like for instance, look at this one that happens here. Once you see this sharp move down and there is nothing that's supporting this move, we don't take action. All right. So anytime you see a fast retracement, very fast retracement like this, and you look at the structure, there's nothing supporting this move down, you don't sell. Okay, you don't sell. And one thing about you should take note of that corrective structure is not a single, it's not a sharp move down. All right. So it's not a sharp move down only, but it's part of it. But it must be at least three wave, at least three wave. So that's why when you see a very sharp move down like this thing is nothing. All that will make sense that when you take this, you take this, you take this, does it make sense to you? All right. So if it makes sense to you, then you can now tell, okay, dude, this is a pattern that I know. But okay, if you check out most of these stock markets like S&P 500, you see very sharp pull down, and you see how it traces back. So most of this sharp pull down or pull back in the market is just fear, guys. Okay, so if you are an investor, those things should not panic you. Instead, you should be very aggressive when you see those things, and that's why you need to be fearful when others are greedy. Okay, and you're supposed to be greedy when everybody is fearful. So that's how it goes, and that's the law. That's how we trade. All right. So anytime you see market retracing very deep that way, you definitely know that the market will definitely bounce back at least to 6.18 or 50% of the retracement. All right, so let's watch and see what Bitcoin will perform within the week, but definitely it's going to go below than this current price, and as it develops, we update you guys. Now kindly subscribe to this channel, guys. Subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as we update you guys on the development of this. But if you have any holdings that you want me to help you and look at, okay, remember what I told you guys in my last video, that once you're in profit, guys, if you have done 3, 4, 5x, okay, of your money, I think wisdom demands you take profits out of the market, because that's the only one you've made. All right, that's the only one you own. The ones you've taken out of the market, that's your own, because this is not a bank account. All right, so if you have any coin you want me to help you analyze, kindly let me know and I'll be glad to do it for you. Okay, subscribe to this channel, click that like button, and see you in the next video. Thank you.